There are only two classes, the working class and the ruling class. This is something I hear all the time, and in this video, I'm going to explain why I don't fully agree with it, even as a social class researcher who's very pro class solidarity. If there were only two classes, I firmly believe we would not have this level of inequality that we have right now in the US, with the top 10% owning 90% of all the wealth. I'm Dr. Anna Kalschmidt. I'm an industrial organizational psychologist, and I research the unwritten rules of work for neurodivergence and people from working class backgrounds, as well as intersections with race and gender. Because in the US, our class system was very intentionally designed to give certain people slightly more power than other people so that they would not fight against that top 10%. However, those slight differences in power do make a difference. It is a difference if you are able to work for wages for a living. It is a difference if you are able to apply for housing. If you grew up in poverty or working class, when you give some groups a little bit of power, they will do crazy shit to keep it. It wasn't the rich plantation owners fighting in the Confederacy and the Civil War. It was the people below them who worked for them for money who were like, I need to fight for this because I'm going to have access to it one day, right? We see it now with people bootlicking for tax cuts that they're never going to get because they're not going to have billions of dollars. Most of us don't. But if you have something that somebody else does, even if it's just a little bit, you feel better about yourself. You know that there are cultural differences between you and the rest of the middle class, especially the upper middle class. And that's what my research has shown. A lawyer and a custodian in a school may both be closer to each other than they are to a billionaire, but their experience is not the same. And even within that school where the custodian works, there are different ways that that custodian is treated than the principal of the school. Both are in this working class, but a completely different set of rules and cultural norms apply to them. And for class solidarity, we have to acknowledge these differences and learn to speak each other's language. Because when you push that we're all the same, and just because you're homeless and I'm a lawyer doesn't mean there's any difference between us, you don't get solidarity. You come across as not really being aware what their struggle is. And if you don't know how to communicate with a group, you cannot be in solidarity with them. I wrote a much more detailed analysis of this in my blog several months ago. You can see it September. You can go to my website, drkalschmidt.com, to see it for free. I have paused posting this blog every month while I'm working on my book. The link for the waiting list for the book is in the bio. It's just too much with my client load right now and writing the book, but it's available if you are interested.